Hello guys, welcome to another Dawn of War stream for Vanilla 1.2. Tonight I decided to cast a 1v1 tournament played in January 2005, hosted by sCa team on the 2nd of January, I believe, in 2005. Okay, let's get started with the games. I do not have all the games in this tournament. I have found a few, however, about 11 to 12 games. I believe the stream will last about 2 to 3 hours, not more. So let's jump into it. First game we'll have Alien phis versus DunkleSeele. DunkleSeele, I believe, was also featured on this channel before. His nickname translates as Dark Soul, I know that. I think I have casted a few games of this player. No problem, Cheeky, you can watch my videos, my streams whenever you want. They will be available on YouTube for eternity, I guess. On Valley of Khorne, the Green Space Marine. phis playing for scout opening, no generator. All in probably gonna be performed here from his side. And DunkleSeele on the other side playing Orks opens standardly, 2 squads of Slugger boys, generator, war banner. I guess the mech is on the way. I'd like some feedback on the sound in case anyone is here. Let me know if the sound is balanced. If I am too quiet, I can increase the volume a bit. The mech is out.
Scouts awaiting orders.
4 scouts out of the base now. phis doesn't even want to capture his relic. As soon as the first commander comes out, he will send all of his forces towards the Ork. Mech in a danger zone right now. Has to run away from that commander. Thank you, Don, for letting me know. Even during the retreat, during the move, the mech received quite a lot of damage from that commander. 400 damage absorbed from those scouts and the first commander on the move. That's insanity. Very high damage on the move. The weird teleportation in the bunch of the scouts. Now the mech is surrounded. Probably gonna die. Will kill perhaps a scout or two. Won't pay off, however. 2 scouts gonna get killed by the mech. Will be finished off now by that first commander. Even the war banner probably will go down. Typical all-in here from Space Marine in Vanilla. A bunch of scouts, Space Marines reinforced, and force commander. War banner down, big mech killed, and LP2 destroyed. Huge losses for the Ork. The pile of guns is up. Cannot big shoot us now. I believe Space Marine does not have any upgrades yet. Doesn't even have anything at home to capture that relic, in fact. A servitor alone, slowly building the listening posts. 56 to 0 income. 44 to 10 for Orks. No LP2s left, work is getting all end. This is far from over, however. With the big shooters, he has good chances to make a comeback. He would need the big mech, however. Hi Martin, hi the big boss. The big boss Shrek. Welcome. Decided to do a sudden stream. It was pretty unplanned, I know. On a very short notice. Here the Orks slowly pushes back those scouts. There have been no streams, no videos on this channel for about a week, so I decided to do this quick tournament. Again, it was played in January 2005. Before we jump into the next version of Vanilla 1.3, I will also cast a few tournaments in Vanilla. In version 1.2, I think at least one more tournament for this version will be casted by me. Maybe next week even. Also, there's something huge coming this Sunday on my main channel. Sunday evening, CET. I will schedule the video, basically a huge event, something new I'm trying out. It will either be a failure or a good step in another direction for my channel, we'll find out. The pressure here continues from Space Marines. He does not want to fall back. Takes down another war banner, which was very badly positioned in front of the pile of guns. The bunch of fat Space Marines here, they do not care about the LP2, the pile of guns, they will just go in and take down that LP2 as well. I don't see dead bodies of Space Marines on the ground. It's a heavy cover in here, they don't really die. Bunch of Gretchens getting killed. This is why I always say you should pressure Ork. In both Vanilla and even Soulstorm, high pressure in the beginning on Ork will set him back and make his life difficult. Even on Valley of Khorne it works out pretty well. A nice all-in execution here from phis. The armory is up. Should have sent these scouts back home long ago to get that relic. Now the Marines got the heavy bolters also. The pile of guns is down. Rip the Orks, I guess.
Yes, my lord. Ever vigilant. Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
Another mech dead, not enough big shooters now, the remaining ones getting killed, and I believe this is over. Space Marine is gonna get this solid execution here with the all-in from the Space Marine player. Hi Patrick, welcome.
Yes, my lord.
Started a bit later today. Hopefully the games won't be too long, so I believe the stream is gonna be around 2 to 3 hours long, not more.
Scouts here.
Nothing left for work now in this base. He rebuilds the pile of guns. Let me check on his economy. 56 to 20. He built 2 generators for unknown reasons. Floats 300 on power now. You do not build generators unless you deal with your opponents all in. You have to make sure you push them back from your base, capture all of your points, and maybe after that build a generator. The second one. The first one is okay, pretty standard for Orks. Instead of this generator, you can order a big mech almost. An extra big mech. Or a squad of shooter boys. Still no relic controlled in the Space Marine's base, but he doesn't even really need it. He can get the points in the Orks base instead. Like that. DunkleSeele will not give up, will not quit. This is a tournament after all. Try until the end. You never know, maybe your opponent will make a mistake, mess things up, and you're back into the game. Like that. The assault marines are here, probably with the melta grenades already.
What's your order? Faith is our shield.
2 melta bombs from the assault marine squad can take down a pile of guns and even a boy's hut. Another weird teleportation here with the mech, and he doesn't even fight in close combat. That was a bit funny. He doesn't want to use his army all at once. He uses the squads one by one. A common mistake I see often in vanilla. Many players were not patient enough to wait, sit back, gather a bunch of units and then go into attack with all squads at once. Nice domination from the Marines, good to see that. They are considered to have the disadvantage in the matchup. A few names also in this tournament, a few new players. I think it's the first time we see games from Alien phis, unless this is a smurf of another player.
Praise the Emperor.
He did pretty well, I think. I think I saw similar color scheme in one of my previous videos, even the thumbnail, something like that. Don't remember the player's name, however.
We stand ready. My faith is my shield.
Nice pressure, finally. DunkleSeele gives up, won't even say GG. Orks weren't really happy with the Space Marines all yins back then. They were complaining a lot about such playstyle. You just mass up a bunch of units and basically attack move into your opponent's base. Very difficult to stop that for work. Especially if they don't see it coming. A few mistakes were done by DunkleSeele, greedy and bad decision making with those jumps from the mech. He had to keep him back, mass up a few more shooter boys, add big shooters and very slowly get closer to the Space Marines, maybe adding storm boys or no bladers a bit later. We'll have a lot of best of ones. No idea if they played best of 3s or best of 5s. I know that in the final it was a best of 5. Most of the games probably best of 3. But I do not have all these best of threes in full. That's the problem. Okay, prepared the next game. Pink versus Muschi. A bunch of games from these two players today. First game on Meeting of Minds. Second game, I mean. But the first game featuring these two players. Pink, those who watched my vanilla videos know this orc player. Pretty good one. And this is gonna be an orc mirror. Lore friendly stuff. Muschi also playing orcs. Pink works against the green orcs. No generator placed by a Muschi yet.
What do you want? Where's the fighting?
Okay, they will build the generators a bit later. Both players will go for a generator. It's pretty safe to do that as an orc player. There's also a massive Warhammer sale going on, Warhammer Skulls event. Some new teasers revealed for Dark Tide, Space Marine 2, and a few other new Warhammer games. There's a sale currently going on in Steam, a massive sale, check it out. I also have done a video for Fanatical. If you want to check it out, compare the prices before you buy. I guess the prices may differ based on where you are located.
I got the good bits for this fight.
Pink's Big Mac is here, scouting Muschi's base. We'll probably cancel this unfinished LP1. Hi, Alexander. Welcome. Pink was being fought in the back by Muschi's mech, didn't want to absorb too much damage and jumped away. Those who do not have the Dawn of War games now, I think they are currently at about 80% discount in both Steam store and Fanatical store. If you were looking for getting into Dawn of War or other Warhammer games, I guess now it's a good time. I will also make sure to buy some games I wished for quite a while now. And maybe we'll stream them on my main channel after Retribution. Three generators up already for Muschi. Very greedy with economy. Wants to make LP2 mass, I suspect. Yeah. He's already got quite a few. Should be upgrading more with this power income, or he can also try to go for a faster mech shop. Well, good to see LP2 mass on works.
I'm not doing anything.
On both sides, quite a few LP2s up. Pink's economy currently better. Not ready to fight yet, jumps away from the enemy greenskins. Pink will have to wait. He's only got a mech and 2 squads of slugger boys. The other squad far away from the base, getting a critical location. Yeah, some new games were announced, and even a card game, I think. Another card game for Warhammer 40k. I'm not sure if Warhammer 40k audience is much into card games. Okay, a fight about to begin here in the middle. Feels like there are just slightly more pink Orks around. He might have the upper hand in this fight. 2 squads of shooter boys from pink, 2 squads of slugger boys. From Muschi, however, mostly slugger boys and the big mech. His mech already without morale and is gonna get killed right here in this fight. For pink, the custom gadgets research is up. A bit of a buff for the boys. Nothing for Muschi to do in this fight. He has to retreat. Without a mech it's impossible to fight in here. Time to go back and wait for another mech. Pink won't even bother to micro. There's no need to micro in this case when you've got the full mech around. What Pink could have done better in this fight is disattach the mech from the boys and fight this squad with the mech. This full squad of slugger boys drop their morale. Or attach that mech to the shooter boys. Might have been better. Yeah, also Dark Tide is out on pre-order in Steam, I think. A bit of a domination right now from Pink. Won the fight in the middle, the mech shop is almost finished. For Muschi, the mech shop is not even placed yet, and he doesn't have a new big mech out. Big problem. What is he waiting for? Perhaps he is going tier 3. Might well be, but I wouldn't know. He's producing more slugger boy squads. It's a bit funny when I see slugger boys reinforced like that. 15 boys in a squad. You can do also these things on the shooter boys. And even tank busters, about 10 boys in the squad. Yeah, you're right, I patch him. Here Muschi was actually waiting for the mad dogs. Well, even the mad dogs in this situation, I'm afraid, won't save him. He is badly outnumbered, even like that with the Mad Dogs, and now he will have to deal with the war tracks also.
You need something fixed.
And Pink's economy is much better. 134 to 40 against 98 to 30. Good to see no floats from Pink. Plays pretty well. High peer. Three Mad Dogs also in here from Pink. So he's got basically an infantry size about the same as of Muschi, plus 3 war tracks. Good job, Peer. Finally you can enjoy good quality videos. A bit of a mess in this fight. Pink is definitely winning it because of his 3 war tracks in the area. They deal extremely high DPS to infantry. Pink says GG. He says GG, I think, because he knows he's winning. Or maybe he thinks he will lose because the mech lost his morale. It's not over yet. I hope Pink will not quit. He's got this. Yeah, Muschi will also say GG. But usually you should let the player who's losing to say GG. I feel a bit sorry for people who have to watch in 360 or 480 YouTube quality. It's way too bad, especially for Dawn of War, when you get these small-sized units. You really need better quality. At least the minimum, I'd say 720p, and that's on a mobile device. On PC you need full HD preferably. A bit of a domination on in every aspect here from Pink. I guess he's the more experienced orc. Will win this game and advance forwards in the tournament bracket. Yeah, for sure it is. I am thinking even to upgrade it to 4K, but maybe next year. Upgrading a PC for streaming in 4K is extremely expensive. It's ridiculously expensive. Even a 4K monitor alone will cost over $500, I believe, and that's the cheapest probably. A mirror with the same color scheme is almost unwatchable. Even if you're watching a replay, it's difficult to follow. Probably a bit easier for the players, as they can see at least who are the enemy units in red. Okay, next game it's gonna be Android versus Muschi. Once again, Muschi will be playing Orks, and they will be playing on Tainted pair. Popular vanilla map at this point. It's been a while since we saw games from Android. Finally, we'll see more.
Scouts in position. Where's the fighting?
I'd expect Space Marines to win on this map. Of course, I do not know who's gonna win, but I've heard from the Ork players that this is a terrible map for Orks in this matchup. Space Marine pressure here is too strong. Hi, Joachim, I don't know how to spell your nickname, or maybe I will just say Fisher, welcome. I am glad you catched me live.
Scouts here. At your command.
I am doing mostly Dawn of War vanilla streams at the moment, slowly moving on throughout the history of Dawn of War chronologically. Once I'm done with Dawn of War vanilla replays, I will move on to Winter Assault replays.
Scouts in position.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath.
The Force Commander is out, the Big Mech is out. Problem for Ork. Big Mech has no chance against the Force Commander. And if the Commander is supported by some Scouts and Tactical Marines, even worse for the Orks. Let me know if the sound is fine, guys. Is my voice balanced properly with the game sound? Sometimes I speak louder, sometimes I speak not so loud.
Alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Good job with the map control from Android. Got half of the map already with his scouts. More than half actually. 58% of the strategic points are controlled by the Space Marines already. Very well done. And only 4 strategic points captured by Orks. Thank you. And there starts the pressure from Android. He will now send his Force Commander along with the Scouts and Tactical Space Marine squads towards the Orks base. Only one listening post in here, and you also have 2 massive heavy covers right here to sit in and avoid any critical damage. Also more negative cover on this map compared to heavy cover. A lot more negative cover, in fact. Definitely have to make sure on how to position units here. Currently Android sitting in the negative cover. Not a big deal when you're fighting close combat Orks. Against ranged combat, shooter boys with big shooters would have been a nightmare staying like that. In that case, you move into the heavy covers. Squad of Slugger boys down. Look at that, what can Ork do? It's even understandable why a lot of them complained about Space Marine matchup in here. Seems very difficult for Ork. That all-in even on Valley of Khorne was almost unstoppable. On Tainted pair it's even more powerful. 79-0 income for Android. Slowly he's building those listening posts around the map. Few Gretchens in here have been found. I'm not sure how they have been detected. By the first commander or what. Or maybe Muschi turned off the infiltration. 56-20 income on Orks. No idea why he built the second generator.
Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
Muschi will complain a bit.
Scouts ready.
Faith is our shield.
Scouts in position.
How many squads of scouts? 5 squads of scouts?
Scouts awaiting orders.
Or
Scouts
6?
here. Scouts in position.
About 5 to 6 squads of scouts. That's insane. And they can even get equipped with sniper rifles. Shooter boys with big shooters would have no chance. The only hope for Muschi right now is to rush for a mech shop and get either war trucks or war tracks. About 3 to 4 of those vehicles, and send them in all at once, not one by one. Muschi can build a mech shop right now, but he doesn't have enough economy for that. Not enough resources. He desperately needs to capture this point in front of his base also. Android with his domination now will also build the armory and continue to get more points on the map.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
A squad of storm boys, definitely not suitable in this situation. Maybe Muschi wants to harass a bit around the map with that squad. Will take them ages, however, to take down a listening post. Even a second squad of storm boys is out. Instead of 2 squads of storm boys, he could have placed the mech shop and produce a war track by now, I think. Android still tier 1, no sign of anti-vehicle.
Yes, my lord. Faith is our shield.
Problem of the storm boys, whenever they will jump in the fight, they will be outnumbered by the bunch of scouts and tactical marines. They will get killed quickly.
Yes, my lord.
Very slowly, Muschi's economy increasing a bit.
We're ready.
A bit of a float here on Space Marine side. Probably transitioning to tier 2 and waiting, gathering resources for the machine cult perhaps, or some tier 2 units. Sniper rifles being equipped to the scouts.
What's your order? Yes, my lord.
At your command.
I only see 4 squads of scouts now. I thought I saw 5 or 6 squads at some point. Maybe they were split.
Yes, my lord. Scouts ready.
Apparently it's only 4 squads fully reinforced.
Scouts ready.
Android will follow those storm boys. He doesn't like the fact that they harass the listening posts. He wants to keep his points. We'll try to defend them. Good usage of the storm boys by Muschi. He's winning some time harassing like that. brings the third squad of Storm Boys. Yeah, 3 squads of Storm Boys now on the map from Orks.
You need
The big mech, full HP, and a squad of Slugger Boys.
Storm
Yes, my
Boys
lord.
is ready for a fight.
What's it? What's it?
Bye bye, Shrek. Have a good one. Thanks for passing by.
Don't bother me. I'm working on something. We get the job done fast. We're ready.
What now?
Look at that. Over 1000 power bank on Orks with just 2 generators. Definitely some macro management issues here on Muschi. Not sure how it is possible to float 1k bank on just 2 generators. You have to get that mech shop out faster. Upgrade listening posts when you float power like that. Research the global upgrades.
What is it? What can we do for you? We get the job done fast.
Pilo guns will be placed. It's not even up yet all this time. Work was sitting without a pile of guns. Android in the meantime hits tier 2. The Storm Boys in here managed to take down an LP. Probably LP1. Here Android did not allow those Storm Boys to decap. He placed the listening post during the decap.
We get the job done fast.
Well, maybe it even played to Orks' disadvantage. If the Storm Boys would have stayed and decapped, a bunch of them would have been killed by the sniper rifles and plasma. So maybe he should thank Android for that. A Hellfire Dreadnought is out.
We're ready.
And it manages to kill the mech with the squad of Slugger Boys. Storm Boys getting heavily reinforced, far away from the base right now. 3 squads of Storm Boys.
Scouts here.
Definitely not
Scouts
enough to
ready.
jump into this fight. Too many scouts with snipers, plasma guns, space marines. Thanks to the missile launchers equipped, the mechs, the Orks boys' hut has been destroyed. 2 land speeders out also by Android. Will be easier now to follow those Storm Boys with the land speeders. While the tactical space marines and the scouts will stay here at the Orks' doorstep and maybe even take down that HQ. Sitting like that in the heavy cover. Storm Boy is trying to do useless things right now on the map. Hitting at that machine cult won't give him anything but trouble. A bunch of requisition invested in these Storm Boys for nothing basically. No way they can take down a machine cult. GG gets called by Muschi. Pretty one-sided match. Indeed difficult for Work here in this matchup, but I think Work could have done better. Instead of so many Storm Boys, he could have massed 5-6 war tracks maybe. With that amount of war tracks, I believe you can take down any amount of Space Marine infantry. Even if it's fully equipped with anti-vehicle, they would get killed very, very fast. Space Marines would die without being offered the chance to reload their missile launchers and take down those work vehicles. The stronghold almost down. Settlement. And so this is over. I guess Muschi is getting kicked now from the tournament. He is losing both to Android and Pink. That's it with this game. Solid play here from Space Marine. Android very experienced, playing from the early days. Massively one-sided match. 122 Orks killed, only 20 Space Marines killed. And almost 2k lead on economy for Android. Well done. High unknown collector. Select did not play in this tournament, I'm afraid. I believe now that you're asking, you have already seen the previous video probably on this channel. 16 games between Select and Texta. In case you missed it, go on and watch that one. I think it's gonna be worth it. Very good games in that one. Also in my previous Expert Clash series, a bunch of games from Select were cast. Next game once again between androids. On the top side, playing Space Marines versus Comeback. I think this is DunkleSeele, at least he's using the same color scheme on Orks, but I might be wrong. Orks versus Space Marines on Battle Marshes. Thank you for watching.
Scouts awaiting orders.
I'm glad people even bother to watch these old vanilla games. I mostly watch them for myself in the first place, of course, and then for the respect I have towards these older players which used to play the game at high level, so I want to cover as many players as possible. I have said that many times. From all the Dawn of War 1 expansions. I think it's the most competitive Dawn of War in the Dawn of War series. Collector, yes, I think I can find. I already have some from that tournament, but I do cast the games chronologically mostly, so we'll have to wait a bit until I get to that tournament. Hi Yoshi, welcome. I said at the end of my previous stream on my main channel that I will be busy in the weekend and early this week, so I couldn't didn't have much time for streaming or recording videos. What do you mean, Fisher? I don't get your question. All-in attempt here from work. Not sure if it's a good idea. So far so good for the big mech. Almost an equal trade here with the Force Commander. Drops his HP to 200. The mech would lose the fight, of course. Too much support for the Force Commander, and the Ork will lose this fight at the start as soon as the mech dies. The Ork has to go back. Nice hold here from Android, gathered all of his squads along with the commander. Fisher, I said that the first Dawn of War, I mean not Dawn of War 2 and not Dawn of War 3, but Dawn of War 1. And by Dawn of War 1 I mean all these expansions.
We stand ready.
Scouts here.
Praise the Emperor.
We are the Emperor's.
The most competitive era probably was in Winter Assault, when there were massive tournaments being hosted with huge prize pools. The players were heavily motivated to play good, and there was proper working ladder system. Later on in Dark Crusade Soulstorm, players became more careless. There's basically no reward for playing good, so why would they even try? Counter-attack here from Android, very low HP on the Force Commander. Won't be able to push past that LP2. A bit of a risk to go in like that with that low HP Force Commander. Not enough green skins around, however. Needs more green skins. Either more green skins or a faster mech shop from Comeback.
At your command.
Awaiting orders.
Who's there?
Unsuccessful attack. Needs more infantry. Space Marine if he wants to go through past that LP2 and maybe even get a tasty banner if he manages. Force Commander slowly recovering his HP. Comeback won't allow Android to go in so easily. We'll try to push him back with these two squads of Slugger Boys now a bit reinforced. 74 to 20, 500 power bank already for Orks. Again, they keep building double generator, but they do not upgrade all the LP2s. This bothers me a bit. He should have upgraded these listening posts as soon as he could.
This day shall be a glorious one.
What do you want? At your command. You need something fixed.
Next attempt from Ork, a nice back and forth game here. Space Marines failed with their attack. Time for the Orks to try again. I don't see how this attack will succeed yet, however. Not even a pile of guns was built yet by the Orks. This is raw slugger boys without any upgrades. They get killed very quickly by Space Marine LP2s. And even they die quickly from the scouts, firepower and tactical marines, of course. I believe tactical marines can even fight them in close combat. Or maybe not. Slugger boys close combat damage is a bit higher in this patch at least.
He stands ready. What's your order?
Almost a full squad of slugger boys in here, lost morale. Most of it has been killed, 2 boys left in that squad. Android will go for the armory, he's got half of the map captured. And once again he will manage. Bad decision for Ork to attack like that in the early game and even now. Without upgrades, at the 9th minute, not a good idea to go in like that. Once again, time for Android to go in with the counter-attack. Now he will have the upgrades. We'll add some heavy weapons, bolters and flamers. Flamers will be useful at quickly dropping the morale on the slugger boys. And the bolters for the DPS and range.
Vigilant. Up yours. Yeah. What is it?
Weird decisions here from Comeback, a somewhat similar game to the previous one. He does not want to build that mech shop and make use of his power. Instead, he's only massing those boys up. Sent the bunch of the green skins in Android's base. Android cannot get past the settlement here. It will take too long to take it down. The LP2 and the generators have been destroyed. Finally, a bit of an achievement here for Orks. Android has to run all around the map to get back to those Orks and maybe stop them. Too late. They will run back right after taking down that LP2 and the generator. Come back, will not take the risk again to fight in there. In the middle of the Space Marine base. Danger zone.
Hello? Who's there? Which way?
Yeah? Sod off!
Mech shop up, and Android sees that. Does he have tier 2 yet? No, he doesn't. No missile launchers, no anti-vehicle. And I'm not even sure if the skull probes can stun in vanilla. Android will not produce them, they probably cannot stun the vehicles. Well, that Force Commander with the hammer can deal a bit of a damage. Mistake from comeback. He should have waited before going in with that war truck. He needs more of them. Produce more of them at once. More of them and go in with all vehicles at once, not one by one.
What is it, yeah?
Has to be patient and sit back. Gather 3-4 vehicles and then go in. Maybe then he will succeed. Tier 2 up for Space Marine, now he can add the missile launcher.
Nice, Faith.
And he will.
Scouts ready.
Looks great for Android, controls 2 relics, a critical location will be captured soon, while Ork only sits on 4 points. And there's still 1 point unupgraded. A bad attempt in here to go in with the war tracks in front. Has to attach this mech to a squad of Slugger boys, jump in, tie up those marines, and then send the war tracks.
At your command.
Android positions himself nicely in the heavy cover, in a very safe spot. In case the Ork decides to engage, he will be in good position to fight.
Praise the Emperor.
Awaiting orders. Yeah? What is a shame? What are you waiting
stand
for?
ready.
This is taking forever.
Fear denies faith. We stand ready. Fear denies.
Shooting through the woods now can reach that mech shop. The Ork LP2 can also reach a few marines
This day shall be a glorious one for the
in the light cover, receiving slightly less damage. Even under the repair, the mech shop probably can be destroyed by those missile launchers.
he who stands
More and more pressure being applied here from Android towards the Ork player. Only 1 war track left for Ork, no bank at all. If his next fight fails, it's gonna be over. A bit of a slow reaction from comeback. He does not engage with all the squads at once. The Storm Boys and the mech were sent in too early. And now with the war tracks, when it's the time to fight, they sit back and idle. With a more properly coordinated attack, with a better squad management, I think Wark could have done much better and maybe even win the game. What we see in here is simply a bit of a skill gap between Android and Comeback, I believe. A 101 income now for Wark. Floating on requisition, he hits tier 3, however. I'm afraid he won't have enough time to produce enough units now and push back the Space Marines. And not enough power even to produce the infantry squads. They cost a bit of power now in tier 3. The knobs, I assume, cost some power. All the power is being invested, consumed by the repair on that mech shop. He should have given up on the mech shop and try to get some knobs out. It will go down eventually anyway. All that repair, all those resources for nothing. GG, no tier 3 units. The Wark probably rushed with the tier 3, some bad attacks also. He lost too much early and mid-game in the Space Marine base. A lot of investment and no damage has been done. And so Android wins 1 more best of 3, I assume. This is the only game I have in this best of 3. Again, pretty one-sided, not as bad as the previous game, however. Android doubles the kill count and gets, well, almost the same score on resources. Wark mostly messed up with his unit management and some bad decisions. Overall, Android felt like the more experienced player. Next up, Pink versus Comeback. Work mirror, I suppose, on Blood River, another one. This time it will be the Pink Orks versus the Red Orks. A bit more difficult to follow.
What now? Hello? Who's there? Hello? Who's there? What's it? What's it? What now?
Fisher asking why I still cast Dawn of War 1. I think I have replied to that question shortly before you asked it. I do enjoy watching these games, and I want to cover the games of these old players. That's the main reason. And I also have plenty of viewers who enjoy these videos. Once I am done with Vanilla, I will also do Winter Assault, Dark Crusade and more Soulstorm. If you're interested mostly in Soulstorm, you can check out my main channel. I cast a lot of my own Soulstorm replays in there and tournaments. Once again, Pink going in first with a mech, but has to retreat shortly after. The same happened on Meeting of Minds. Both players slowly getting their side of the map.
Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
Fight on the upper left. Pink wanted to fight, perhaps try and get this relic also. He thinks one won't be enough. Well,
I'm working on something.
trying is probably good still. Sometimes it may be worth it. Your opponent may get scared and give up on his own point, and maybe you can take it from him.
Where to?
Here I played a bit of a Bioshock 1, I think. I have not tried the remastered version, however. I've heard the third game is very good.
Please,
But I don't feel like starting the third game unless I play the other two.
Green is better. You need something fixed.
Pylo guns up in here for Pink, almost finished. Not placed yet for comeback. Now he does it. Pink overall doing a better job, from what I can see. Macro-wise, got a better economy. Might lose this squad of Saga boys in there, but he will take down the LP1 on the relic from comeback and maybe decap it. The same will be done on the other side by the comeback. Hi Fafazi. If you want to play Dawn of War Soulstorm online, you should get the Steam version of the game.
Where's the fighting?
And you can play Unification mod as well on the Steam version, if you wish. Not sure exactly what do you mean by community update. There has been no updates on Soulstorm basically for 13 years. Except when they transitioned the game to Steam, they adapted it for the Steam server and that's it. There has been no patch which changes the balance and fixes the bugs, however. And that's very unfortunate. And also the Steam server lobby is quite broken. Currently I do recommend Soulstorm multiplayer if you're playing with your friends or against AI. playing it with friends or the people you know and trust, I guess you can still have a lot of fun. Otherwise,
Sod off. What is
I wouldn't say it's worth it. Probably right now to get into it, especially if you want to get good at the game. Most likely not worth it.
Minutes until take and hold victory.
What do you want? Don't bother me. Where's the fight? I'm working on something.
Most of the players, most of the competitive games get played in Steam.
I got the good bits for this fight.
Mech shop here placed by comeback. Completely out of track now in this game. Both of them will build that mech shop now. And equal economies even. This will be a close mirror from what I can see. No such thing in Soulstorm for Fuzzy. There's only one server, the Steam server. We tried to fix the Soulstorm server with the Thunderhawk mod, but it's way too complicated, almost impossible to make a proper server with good connection. So Steam is the best we've got right now. 1 hour and 20 minutes into the stream. There are still quite a few games to go, don't worry. I guess we're about halfway done, maybe less. Some float here for pink.
I'm not doing anything.
Massive horde here must up by comeback. Adds the Mad Dogs. Very good addition to this army. No vehicles, only one word track. Why did he even build the mech shop then? Not quite clear. I guess it's very expensive here in vanilla, more expensive than in Soulstorm, so if you build it, make sure to make use of it. Pink decides to go in with 3 word tracks now. Probably outnumbers comeback. No Mad Dogs, however, for pink. Let's see what will they do. Now this reminds me of the game on Meeting of Minds. Pretty much the same situation. Pink leading the way thanks to his word track on the battlefield. A bunch of pink works still around. A bit difficult to follow. Let me zoom in a bit. No morale for the pink mech. the red one is still almost full. Now that is interesting. Only one war track, however, for comeback. Pretty close right now. Oh, 2 more war tracks getting here from pink. Probably rip the red orc. 4 war tracks now from pink. This is huge. And he pushes now come back into his base. He will sit on 4 points, and one of them is still LP1. Not upgraded. And even this one not upgraded. Only 2 LP2s up for comeback. Very low economy, I assume. Not very low. He controls 2 critical locations, and he probably also has the global upgrades on requisition. Pretty good economy. Still playable. Fuzzy, you probably missed my video today about the Warhammer sale. Currently the videos are unlisted. The sale goes in Steam and many other stores. I have included the links to Fanatical in my video, so you can see how much of a discount for each game you get. I think you can get Dawn of War right now in Steam at about 80% discount. So I guess now is the time. The sales are going on right now, and it will last for about a week. Here Pink finishes off comeback. He's been devastated, only a squad of boys with a mech left for comeback. Yeah, unification mode is super fun also. I've enjoyed playing survival modes on unification mod and even PvP. Free for all in PvP mode is quite fun also. And of course Vanilla Soulstorm is a lot of fun still, especially if you play with people whom you know and trust. The community right now in Soulstorm is a bit split, to say it lightly. And there are a few issues in terms of competitive play, which I do not want to mention again. I have mentioned those multiple times before. Players having a chat in here, it's over. Pink is winning yet another best of 3, and he will move forward in the tournament bracket. Three war tracks have received the upgraded rockets, effective against buildings. Will probably take down that stronghold very quick. Yeah, Fisher, we could say that too, but that's only one aspect of it. When you dive deeper, it's actually much worse. No mercy. Pink dominating in the end. Oh, but look at that. Score on military on the overview. I don't really get the overview score, but this looks sad almost. It's not so bad when we look here on the military tab, but here on military it's like a super pro playing against a new player. Macro-wise quite close in terms of economy, otherwise a much better management overall from Pink, better engagements, better timing with the attacks, well done, and so he moves forward. Throughout the course of this stream I was a bit distracted by your questions, guys. I hope the viewers will not mind if I do not stay focused on the game all game long. Okay, 1 second. Next game, Pink versus Insane, both of them very good. Insane, one of the top Eldar players back then, and Pink, top level Ork. One meeting of minds. With vanilla games we got with the chronology into mid-March at the moment, somewhere in March, but I also found this tournament, a few replays in this tournament which they have played in January 2005, so I thought why not cast it. Don't have too many full tournaments for Dawn of War Vanilla, so found quite a few games for this one. Decided to do it. Jumped a bit back in time, however. Hi Chris, you're not late, don't worry. I guess the most fun is ahead of us. Well, we're actually a bit almost halfway through. This is the 6th game, I believe, and we have 6 more games following after this one. Apologies for the spoiler.
Where to? What's it? What?
Okay, the first squad of warp spiders from Insane, ready to fight back those slugger boys. One thing works fear early game are these warp spiders. Very good reaction time from Pink. Will manage to save his slugger boys. Nice slap in here from the mech, kills a warp spider immediately. A second one gets killed in range, even on the move. The mech can deal with them. I always say opening with the warp spiders first, like that, is very risky. No damage has been done yet by these warp spiders, and Insane is forced to spend resources reinforcing the squad. Costs him a lot of resources for nothing all this time. With the Farseer first, you can at least deal some damage. You can ensure you can do the damage with a Mind War and with a Psychic Storm. If you cast it properly, you take down a squad of Slugger Boys or a squad of Gretchens. There's no escape from that. So Farseer probably much better first. More safe at least. Warp Spiders, however, a bit of a lottery. High risk, high rewards. If you get them first, you have to be lucky. Your opponent has to be slow with reaction and stay close to your warp spiders. If he will be slow enough, you will manage to kill a squad of orks. In this case, Pink was very fast with the reaction, so the warp spiders turned out a waste. Here goes the Psychic Storm into the Gretchens once again. Pink reacting very quickly and hiding them inside the listening post. He gets out, didn't expect that the Psychic Storm would still be active on the Gretchens, and they get killed. He should have stayed inside. I think they would be saved. Big Mech almost dead. Pink trying to win some time right now with this mech. Will suicide. Insane building 2 more generators, economy very good. 140-20. 116 to 30 for Pink. The war banner in here has to get cancelled. We'll build another one next to the relic. Cancelled probably that one. Build 2 war banners, and now 140 war resources. Pink can go for the mech shop. That probably would be best. But you probably cannot build the mech shop without the pile of guns, so has to go for the pile of guns first. In the meantime, Insane will also transition to tier 2. Good job in here by Insane, killed a squad of Gretchens, delayed the pilo guns, lost quite a few warp spiders, however, killed by that LP2. The Orks LP2s in vanilla are very painful, they have a longer range of fire and they also deal more damage. They either deal more damage or maybe it's just me.
Waiting here is but a phase of our
Maybe it's the tier 1 infantry that dies faster and not the DPS, I am not sure. But it's very good. The Ork LP2, I think it's much better than in Soulstorm. Storm boys out for Pink, pilo guns up. Not enough boys and no mech shop. A problem.
Don't bother me. I'm working on something.
Guardians running through this narrow way. A squad either got path bugged, stuck into the ground, or maybe it just was Insane not reacting. They wanted to get in here and check the critical location. Storm boys in there. On the other side, pink should be able to push back this Eldar attack. Without knobs, okay, now the knobs pop up. Without knobs, warp spiders can take down squads of boys really quick. Once the knob leaders appear, however, no changes for the warp spiders. They deal very low damage to heavy infantry and commanders. And so Insane is forced to retreat with the appearance of the knobs. A Bright Lens is here, gets prepared for work vehicles. No mech shop anytime soon. Pink will mostly produce Storm Boys, I see. And the mech wants to finish that Farseer. Insane probably didn't even research the fleet of foot. Okay, now he's got it and he will escape inside the webway gate. Nice move. Good save. Seer Council in here. They don't receive a lot of damage, I see, from these Storm Boys. Pretty resilient even in close combat. Heavy pressure in here from pink. A lot of Storm Boys. More and more of them incoming into the Eldar's base. Intense right now. Looks bad for the Eldar. Seer Council manages to disrupt the morale of the Storm Boy squad. Inside and outside the webway gate, this is how you micro away from the Storm Boys when you don't have the jumps reloaded on the warp spiders. And so Insane manages to fight back. He didn't lose much in here. I think Work lost much more in this fight. Well done by Insane. 98 to 40 income, still good economy. The Bright Lens was dealing damage all this time in here, took down the LP2 on the relic. Tried to destroy the payload guns also, one Bright Lens alone, however not enough. Storm Boys are here to stop it. Pretty good game so far, a lot of back and forth. As I've said, both of them are very experienced, high-ranked players. 4 squads of warp spiders from Insane. Farseer still alive, Seer Council and Bright Lenses. No mech shop, okay, it's being built now. Very late mech shop. On Meeting of Minds, I think you can do it faster. Much better economy for Work, however. He is still in a better position, but he needs more infantry. 4 squads still can fight in close combat. I believe each squad has a knob leader attached. Pink should be able to fight in here. Insane brought a Bone Singer and stunned the mech shop with a Wraith Tomb. Well done. Will delay the production of vehicles. You rarely see that done in any matchup besides Necrons versus Eldar. It's a very rare thing to see. Orks winning the fight here. Difficult for Insane to micro away from the Storm Boys with all of his Warp Spiders. When the Warp Spiders don't have the jump, they are very low. They have very low mobility, can get chased easily and killed even on the move. Plus, they are also very expensive.
6 minutes until taken hold.
And now no bright lenses for Insane to stop the war tracks. Another problem. 3 war tracks are here. What can I say? A pretty bad start for the Eldar. That starting Warp Spider squads was pretty much a waste. Very expensive to get it first, and then reinforce it, delays the Farseer. And good job from Pink with the reaction time. In the early stages, made sure he wouldn't lose any squad to the fast Warp Spiders. That's crucial. Critical damage has been done already by the work to the Eldar's economy. 3 listening shrines have been destroyed by the war tracks. Economy down, Orks economy higher than ever. Has another 3 war tracks on the other side and more Storm Boys incoming. RIP Eldar. Well played once again by Pink. And Insane probably gets kicked from the tournament with this game.
4 minutes until taking full victory.
I probably have only one full best of 3. So mostly one game per best of 3 in here from me. Couldn't find more. They also played on some custom maps, a few games, which I cannot find anywhere. So yeah, not all the games, but at least a few good ones. Better than nothing. So far this one felt like the best game. Pretty close up until the end. Insane even manages to kill more Orks despite losing the game. Pink's economy was too high. With that income in the end, he could have afforded to produce non-stop and outmass the Eldar. Insane's strategy, Warp Spider mass with grenades, has been countered by mass Storm Boys with Noble Leaders. That's how you counter it. Economy-wise pretty close, and on tech both of them were a tier 2. Insane a bit behind though, he didn't have vehicles. Rich asking if I recommend any Warhammer 40k games. Well, I have played, I can only recommend what I played. I enjoyed the Dawn of War 2 campaign in Dawn of War Vanilla and Chaos Rising. I enjoyed Dawn of War 1 campaigns, all of them, especially the Winter Assault one, highly recommend it. Other than that, I'm not so sure. I've heard the Battlefleet Gothic Armada has good campaigns and I will probably buy it and stream it on my channel maybe this summer. Oh yeah, I also played Space Marine on this channel. The campaign is still available. A very good and enjoyable campaign. You can definitely pick it up and have some fun. Very much worth it. I will make a few minutes break, about 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll continue with the remaining games. Okay. We continue with game 7. I believe this is Hunk versus Muschi. Another work mirror on Blood River. Bunch of work mirrors today.
What do you want?
Blue Orks this time from Hunk against green Orks from Muschi.
Where's the fighting?
What now?
What do you want?
Identical opening, I guess, for both. The most common in Dawn of War Vanilla. 2 Slugger Boys, War Banner Generator, and a Big Mech. Also, for those who joined the stream later,
What now?
there will be something unusual this Sunday on my channel. I am trying something new, so on Sunday evening check out your feed. I will publish
I'm not doing anything.
a video, but I will not spoil what it is yet.
Sod off!
Hopefully it's not too bad, at least it's something new I tried. And I might also try to stream a tournament on Saturday. A Soulstorm tournament on my main channel. I will see. The green ones are the bestest and the red ones are the fastest.
Where to?
I don't think that applies to Soulstorm, however. That red color scheme affecting the speed? No way. I don't believe that. It has to be tested in a vehicle, in a war truck race perhaps. See if the red ones runs faster, but I don't think so. Nice damage in here from Hunk, taking down the listening post from Muschi. Where is his infantry? He's hiding at the relic. He captured the relic with a squad of Slugger Boys attached, along with a mech in there, far away from the base, cannot defend. 3 listening posts for Hunk in here. Unfortunate situation for Muschi.
I'm working on something.
Oh boy, and this economy on Hunk, 68 to 20. It's actually better for Muschi despite losing these listening posts. That's weird. He's got 2 LP2s upgraded and more points. Now it's equal amount of points. Hunk rushed for big shooters and now even adds the rocket launchers, a mistake. No need for rocket launchers so early. Both mechs still full. And looks like Hunk is winning this fight. Muschi lost most of his boys. A big shooter damage too high. And he has no boys left at home to capture this point. Should have produced a squad instead of floating like that. Massive floats for Muschi. Maybe he has a plan to transition into the mech shop somehow. For that he will need a good bank. LP2 in the river will go down also. So Hunk destroys 2 LP1s in here, or maybe even LP2. I didn't pay attention, and 1 LP2 in the river. And still Muschi's economy 8 to 30. He's got the relic up with an LP2 with a critical location and 2 more LP2s in the base. Finally produced more boys. Should use a squad to get that point. ASAP. Squad of shooter boys killed by the war banners. And barracks. Nice pressure from Hunk. Keeps his opponent locked in the base. Brings more and more shooter boys. Now Muschi with the knobs on his squads decides to go into attack. Knobs are pretty fat, a bit of a threat. Hunk is forced to retreat. Still, very good damage has been done in here by Hunk. He forced Muschi to reinforce the boys, invest in the nob leaders. And maybe now Hunk will transition into vehicles even. No, economy won't allow. He's only got LP1s. 68 to 20 against 74 to 30. Not so much power for Hunk, despite having 2 generators up. He's investing most of it into the big shooters on the shooter boys.
Hello? Who's there?
Hunk sees no enemies on this side, decides to go towards the top left and maybe take this relic down. Since he does not control this relic, he checked it, it's not controlled by Muschi. He will go and just take down this one, so the map control would be even then. Good decision, probably. Fighting the bunch of green skins on this side probably would fail. Takes down that LP2 easily. This might end up into a base trade. No firepower from Muschi, and that's a problem. He's only got anti-building and anti-vehicle rocket launchers on the boys. He's got no firepower to kill the Orks. Hunk sees that and he decides to go into a fight. With the amount of big shooters he's got, he can kill most of the green Orks in there. He knows that. He doesn't want a base trade in this case. He knows he will win the battle in here. Probably got the blaster upgrade by now, deals insanely high damage. Both Daka and blaster might have been researched. Fourth squad of shooter boys out. Mech shop up for Muschi.
Where's the fighting? Don't bother me. I'm working on something. I got the good bits for this fight. Not yours.
A war track out here for Muschi. Hunk can add those rocket launchers if he feels any threat. For now the green Orks will melt down in the negative cover. No rocket launchers however yet. Doesn't look so good now for Hunk. The war track. 2 war tracks from Muschi in here, no anti-vehicle. The third war track is here. Looks like the comeback is real right now for Muschi. He probably can win this with the war tracks alone. Won't even need a big mech. Yeah, look at that. Without rocket launchers it's impossible. And there's still plenty of bank left for Muschi to recover, produce another big mech or more war tracks. Finally some rockets have been added on a sCa boy squad. Can deal some damage on the war tracks. I think Muschi overestimates his opponent. He is afraid to get out of his base. The army composition from Hunk is much better, I must say. As well as the weapons, a mix of rockets with big shooters, a mix of sCa boys and shooter boys. So he can make anti-everything, but can he deal with 5 war tracks? That looks scary now. With some very good focus, maybe he can take down quickly the war tracks one by one. Oh boy. That damage on the buildings from the rockets, way too high. Muschi goes in, he realizes he will lose the entire base if he sits back in a matter of seconds, so he has to go in. Now he's got the mad dogs. Can cast that fighting juice on the boys and maybe push back Hunk 80 to 30 income against 85 to 30. very close economies. Feels very much like Muschi is gonna win this, thanks to the amount of war tracks and now even Mad Dogs. He's been under heavy pressure for the most part of this game, throughout the entire game almost, and now in the end he still manages to make a comeback thanks to the mech shop and a lack of mech shop from Hunk. This is over. A very high income despite having only 2 listening posts up. 85 income, and if he rebuilds it will be sky high. For Hunk it's only 80 to 30 with all the LPs up. Well done by Muschi. Time for Muschi to counter-attack and go into that Hunk's base. The war tracks thankfully deal insane damage even to buildings without having any upgraded weapons. They can kill everything. Hunk says GG. Yeah, this is over. Unexpected outcome. This is what war track mass means. Once you make several of them, about 4 or 5 war tracks, go in with all of them at once and win the battle. Even a bunch of anti-vehicle on enemy squads won't save him. They will simply die too fast. Muschi outsmarting his opponents. Played very patiently. And even gets a higher score in economy despite sitting in the base throughout the game. Hunk's macro game was a bit weak. He didn't bother to capture any critical location, didn't bother to take his own relic even, and upgraded only 2 LP2s late in the game. With a higher economy he might have the chances to win. Yeah, the green definitely was the bestest in this case. Next up, Insane versus Turric4n, assuming this is an Eldar mirror. Turric4n would play the red Eldar, thankfully, and Insane will play the dark blue Eldar. Eldar mirror on battle Marshes. In the lower position, Insane opens with the aspect portal, generator, 2 squads of guardians, and the same opening is being done by Turric4n on the upper side of the map.
Command me to build.
Critical locations gives you +6 in common requisition, and if you have global upgrades it gives you even more than that. Plus it also provides vision. It's definitely worth capturing those if you have any spare infantry squad left alive from the early game, like scouts, guardians or slugger boys. Go get those critical locations. Nice jumping here from Turric4n. Will probably manage and kill a squad of guardians from Insane. Insane was too slow to react. He might be able to do the same, however, on the other side. A very identical opening. Even their actions are identical. Both of them are using the same jumps. Twice. Turric4n too slow in here, did not place the listening shrines, and he will lose the point in the back of his base. Yeah, on Necrons you get plus 30 on speed bonus for production and upgrades. Very useful stuff. A bit of a close combat war in here between Turric4n's Warp Spiders and Insane's Guardians. Warp Spiders would win eventually, they've got a lot more HP. And they were bigger in numbers, and so Insane loses 2 squads of Guardians early. He is only left with a squad of Warp Spiders on the map. Turric4n about to start dominating, I assume. He's even going tier 2 on very low economy. 50 to 10, and he already places the Soul Shrine. Well done. Insane's Farseer is also out. A Farseer and a squad of Warp Spiders, that's all. The same from Turric4n. He's got a squad of Guardians left, and tier 2 now up. Can research the armor upgrade, optics upgrade.
What do you know of war?
The economy probably allows. Unfortunate fight right here for Turric4n. He's getting outnumbered, fighting in the enemy territory. Insane feeling great at home. Gets units into the battlefield much faster. Now he outnumbers Turric4n. Well done. 50 to 10 income now for Insane against the same income for Turric4n.
Quickly, take us to the battle. Yes.
The difference is the red Eldar is 1 tier ahead. And Insane doesn't know that. Instead of going for tier 2, he will keep investing in the Warp Spiders, I assume.
We are shadowy death.
The mists of space and time retreat from my mind.
Strike quickly while our enemy slumbers. All Eldar must answer the call.
Okay, Insane will also transition to tier 2 now.
The future is clouded and
Farseer below half HP, a squad of Guardians has been remade. Mandatory in this case to get the points. He has to capture 1 strategic point and then a relic. And after that, critical locations preferably. So a squad of guardians at least is necessary.
The future seems so clear.
A bit of a base trade by the look of it. It's gonna happen. I wonder if any of them got those haywire grenades. Turric4n doesn't know where his enemy's tier 2 building is. He probably thinks he's not even tier 2 yet. Well positioned here, hidden at that point in the back of the base by Insane. A much better position than this one. In the front. Good job by Turric4n bringing the Bone Singers now to the enemy base. He will capture Insane's strategic points and build listening shrines on top of them. Always good to do that if you do a base trade. Don't only trade the base but also the points and rebuild economy on the enemy side. I am a bit happy with this game. It's easier to watch base trades as opposed to warp spiders fighting each other.
The enemy cannot hide from my sight.
This is such a mirror matchup. Both of them doing the same actions. The same build, the same actions. The only difference so far is that Turric4n hit tier 2 a bit faster, and now he takes down Insane's tier 2 faster also. That's a setback for Insane. Will play heavily into his disadvantage, I believe. In the meantime, Turric4n probably researching in the Soul Shrine. Probably has the optics already. Look at that, even the aspect portal built in the same position. This is like the clones playing against each other.
We are here to fulfill our duty.
Turric4n took down most of his opponent's buildings, decides to go back to his base and defend the Soul Shrine. And I think that is a good decision. Defend the Soul Shrine and the Web Assembly. He's also got more HP on the Farseer, slightly more HP. Both of them cast Psychic Storm on top of those Warp Spiders. And both Warp Spider squads losing morale, one by one. First, Insane's Warp Spiders lost morale, both squads, and now Turric4n's Warp Spiders lost morale. They're getting outnumbered in here, and Turric4n has to retreat. He's got a third squad of Warp Spiders out in the enemy base, out of that aspect portal. 50 to 10 income for Turric4n, 50 to 0 for Insane. Turric4n also loses the Soul Shrine now, and Insane wants to get back home to save his assembly perhaps. If he loses it, he will lose plus 20 on requisition income. That will be a massive loss. Half HP down almost.
What needs to be done?
Good jump in here from Turric4n. He outnumbers the enemy warp spiders. 3 squads against 2. He also jumped in here while Insane tried to decap the point. Definitely a good decision. Good reaction time. And manages to pull back those enemy forces. Insane's economy 68 to 20. 62 to 10 for Turric4n. If he keeps up with the warp spider reinforcement, he probably can win. Nice psychic storm in here. Will even kill one warp spider. Farseer from far away from those warp spiders. They have to jump. Yeah, a bit painful to watch now. Unless you do everything identically or better than your opponent, no chance to stand a chance in the fights. One minor mistake and you're dead. Four LP1s up for Turric4n in the enemy base. Well done. Insane decides to rebuild his soul shrine, invests in his tier 2 again. He also has 2 generators up. Still unclear who's gonna win the next fight. Guidance and mind war cast by Insane. And the same was done by Turric4n in this fight. A squad of warp spiders from Insane losing morale. This is a bad sign. Same now happening to Turric4n. Very close right now. Oh wait, Insane's Farseer. Yeah, she died, I heard that scream, only now realized. If the Farseer is dead, he has to retreat. Turric4n loses a squad of warp spiders in this fight. Produces it again, probably. A Bone Singer from Insane got in here and stunned the Aspect Portal. On the other side, Turric4n with the Farseer, almost full HP, can keep fighting, doing fine. Finished off a squad of warp spiders from Insane, I think. Another squad lost morale. No, they managed to escape. Escaped on very low HP and reinforced a bit. Confusing to death almost. The assembly on one side and the points on the other side. That's a bit funny to follow. A third squad of warp spiders once again out for Turric4n. He's decapping the points from Insane, taking them back. And while the Farseer is alive, I believe Turric4n can win the fights. She can always keep a full squad of warp spiders busy and drop their morale with the disruptions. Insane's assembly almost down. Yeah, this looks over for the dark blue Eldar. Turric4n also rebuilding the soul shrine on the enemy base. And so Insane's assembly goes down. Only the aspect portal left for Insane. He will also lose the soul shrine. This is over. Turric4n even brings the bone singers to tie up Insane's warp spiders here. Definitely a good move in this case. And GG gets called finally. The pain is over. Definitely well played by Turric4n. Very enjoyable. To watch it from one player's perspective is probably enjoyable. To follow the action, however, in the fights is a bit painful. Somewhat close. A very close mirror overall. Everything was done a bit faster, however, by Turric4n. Much faster tier 2. A bigger army size faster. And maybe a few mistakes in the end from Insane with the squad positioning and management. Eldar mirrors in vanilla are very tricky. A lot more difficult probably than in Soulstorm because of the warp spider jumps. Next up we'll have the best of 3 between Hunk and Brave. I think we also saw games from Brave in the past streams. See you next time, Fisher, have fun. Thanks for joining the stream live. At the top side, Hunk will play Orks. Once again, more games from Hunk. By the way, this is not necessarily the right order of the games in which they were played. This best of 3 might have been played before Hunk's games with Muschi. I have no clue on the order, but I only know what the grand final games will be. At least that. And that's good.
At your command.
Brave, TEF Brave playing Space Marines. I remember this player from the previous Expert Clash series. He seemed pretty good. I think he was doing Assault Marine builds in those games. Now he will play differently. Space Marines versus Orks, much more enjoyable to watch.
You need something fixed.
Yeah, good point, Chris. With similar color schemes, it would have been a nightmare. Attempt from Brave in here to go quickly towards the Orks base with a squad of Marines. They will not succeed, they need to wait for more forces. Maybe with the reinforced scouts they will succeed, and maybe a force commander. Hunk is getting prepared for the all-in, will place that pile of guns in the way to ensure the Marines will not pass so easily and go deep into the work base. We'll stay in range like that and shoot at those Marines. Not necessarily a bad thing, not sure on the accuracy, however, of the ranged weapons. I think there was a bug in vanilla which decreased the accuracy on the ranged weapon if you change the stance to hold ground. Later on it has been fixed, of course. The entire squad in here gets stunned by the Gabriel Angelos hammer. Hunk has to jump behind the pile of guns in a safe spot. Good decision. No need to underestimate the force commander. Brave will also build the armory. Only has one servitor. Needs one more desperately, quickly to build this listening post also. Hunk doing well so far. We'll go for the fast big shooters by the look of it. May be good against Space Marine all-in.
We stand ready.
Good job for Fuzzy. I hope you will have fun. I guess you bought Soulstorm. It's still fun to play, especially if you're playing against friends or people whom you trust. Attack on the top or right hand side of the map in here from Brave will take down an LP1 from Orks. Hunk was out of position with his infantry on the other side. Not ready to stop that attack. Needs one more war banner for being able to reinforce more Orks, I believe. That's the plan. Reinforce more Orks before going into the fight. Good job by Brave. He's also adding the sniper rifles to the scouts. Hunk jumps in. The big mech attached to a squad of Slugger boys, trying to take down that force commander. Could be an equal trade in here. No, apparently the mech will win. Too many boys have been attached, aiding the mech. Very well done. The squad of Marines gets surrounded here by the bunch of Orks, probably couldn't even move, and Brave loses this fight. No chances. Hunk prepared very well for this kind of all-in with this amount of big shooters, dealing insane damage to the unupgraded Marines. Well done. So Brave loses everything. He didn't bother to even micro a bit with those squads. He's bad. His mistake, I mean. You could have done better in such a fight. A squad of assault marines is out, too late to the party. This is mostly a support squad. With the assault marines, he should have supported the fight in here when it was ongoing. Right now the assault marines are pretty much useless.
Yes, my lord.
Two squads of assault marines, they can tie up two squads of shooter boys or slugger boys, whatever has big shooters added. It's a squad of shooter boys in this case and a squad of slugger boys with big shooters. A bit funny, uncommon for us Soulstorm players. Seeing big shooters on slugger boys, definitely uncommon, unusual. Big mech in here doing a good job with the boys, taking down that LP2. Prioritizing the targets, a good priority I think. And after that he can deal with the assault marines also. Nothing to defend in there at home for Brave. We'll jump in with assault marines once again. 3 squads now. Unfortunately for the Space Marine, the assault marines cannot stop the big mech. Hunk says GG ahead of his opponent, knowing that he's winning. Probably extremely satisfied. Why not? Even the mech shop now up for Hunk, very good job. Heavy pressure on the Space Marines and even manages to get the mech shop up. And we'll get war trucks now. Well played. A bit of a sloppy control from Brave in that fight on the right here. Didn't micro at all with his scouts, Space Marine squads and Force Commander. Or maybe he just heavily underestimated the firepower from the big shooters. Could well be. Nothing to stop the war trucks now. Space Marine tier 2 by the way. Tier 2 but without infantry. Even in close combat without the melter bombs, I believe a war truck almost has been destroyed, dropped very low on HP. Not a big deal, another 2 new ones are here. Brave decides to delete his HQ, this is over. Military lead for Hunk, economy lead, and tech leads, pretty much dominating over Brave. A bit of a sloppy play from Brave. Has to work on his micro. Thankfully have one more game between these two, hopefully not so one-sided this time. It will be played on Blood River. Orks in the lower left. Hunk versus Brave in the top right with Space Marines.
I await your instructions.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Where's the fighting?
Hello?
Hunk not rushing with a generator.
Which way?
Places it now. A bit of a delay for no reason.
Which way?
And from Brave, a generator opening on Blood River. Quite risky. 3 scouts also. And probably a force commander getting out of that chapel barracks soon.
I'm not doing anything.
Don't bother me. Sod, I'm working on something.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
The commander is out, about to meet the mech, say hello and go back. Green skin. Can't feed Gabriel Angelus with soup.
Which way?
Up yours.
Pylo guns up once again. Hunk probably expecting heavy aggression. Perhaps will add big shooters. Yeah, a squad of shooter boy is out.
Sod off.
2 squads of slugger boys busy getting those points far away on the map. A critical location and a relic. Force commander with the scouts will not allow them to get the relic. The mech is here to fight the scouts and maybe even kill them. Like that he will kill a squad of scouts. Well done.
You need something fixed. Where's the fighting?
On the other squad, the force commander almost killed a squad of slugger boys.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Builds the second generator. A bit of an economy boom here from Brave.
This day shall be a
Scouts awaiting
glorious
orders.
one for the
A
Emperor.
very small army size, only 2 squads of scouts and a force commander.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
What is it?
Big shooters being attached on the shooter boys and the slugger boys. Focusing the scouts, killing them within seconds, good job.
What is it?
And now the mech with the boys is here. They can easily fight that commander. Now Brave heavily outnumbered, forced to run back. A force commander alone cannot do anything in there. He's building the armory and even places a 3rd generator while losing the fight here on the right.
Still draw breath that can be peace.
That's not good. Maybe he thinks this LP2 will stop Hunk. He will simply charge at it with all of his boys in the mech and take it down. In about 10 seconds it will be destroyed. Also the big shooters aiding him. He decides to switch focus to the first commander. Can kill him easily. Maybe 2 servitors can save this. No way. Almost felt like this LP2 has been deleted. The damage was huge. And the first commander got killed. But this is not over yet. The assault marines are out. And who knows, maybe Brave was about to hit tier 2 soon. He had a very good economy for a long time. 92 to 30 income currently. And this is one mistake in here done by Hunk. He wants to go back after those assault marines. He should sit in here like that and keep pressuring the space marine. Take down more LP2s. 86 to 30 income for Hunk. This looks like a tier 2 transition into vehicles from Brave. Builds the 5th generator now. No idea what they're talking about. Probably speaking in German. Most likely German. Starcoma was a German team. Same for Alien. A lot of German players back then in Dawn of War. German and French community, I know for sure, was huge. No chances in here for Brave to fight back these Orks. Nothing he can do with his assault marines, way too greedy on the generators. He hits tier 2 now and will build the machine cult. In the meantime, the Ork will take down his main base. By the time those dreadnoughts or land speeders get out, the game will be over. And Hunk can also start producing his own vehicles. $92 to 30 for Orks, 62 to 20 for Brave Space Marines. Chris, I think the servers for Dawn of War 1 in Steam are working for Vanilla, Winter Soul, Dark Crusade, but you don't have many players in there. Almost no players online. I think I checked Vanilla multiplayer many years ago in Steam. There was nobody in there to play against. Anyways, most of the players are doing Soulstorm and mods. A war track is here and a dreadnought is out. Hunk now knows where his machine cult is located, and he can prepare and add rocket launchers on the boys. Or maybe make war tracks with upgraded rockets. Tank Buster Squad out for Hunk. Probably will be enough to take down a Dreadnought, however that will take time. He will need more than a squad, or upgrade the weapons on the war banners. Yeah, you might be right, iPatchy. At least in the Discord servers there are thousands of users, of course most of them not active, but they've got huge communities, the Unification and Ultimate Apocalypse mods. And those videos on the mods on YouTube probably have most views anyway. Problem with those mods, however, is the fact that most of the players host password protected games. You don't really find public opened games on the mods. You have to find the players in Discord if you want to play PvP. That's how it works. And probably most of the players doing against AI in offline. I guess that is the case. Game over here. Hunk wins Brave 2-0, and we move to the finals in this tournament. Unfortunately, neither Hunk nor Brave made it to the finals. In the finals, we'll have Turric4n, the Eldar which beat Insane in Mirror, versus Pink, the dominating Ork player today. Probably good matches. We'll find out very soon. Shows a close result here, 1 unit killed. Far from accurate, however. Economy score almost equal. Hunk far ahead on tech. He had a bunch of unit upgrades, more reinforced squads, and more research. Brave was basically doing a Dreadnought rush, which failed badly. I've only got 2 games for the grand finals. The first one on Blood River. This is actually a best of 5, but we will easily realize who's the winner of the tournament in the end. Game 1 and Game 3 were played on other custom maps which I do not have, so unfortunately I cannot watch those. The game does not see them. So we only have Game 2, this one, and Game 4. Whoever wins game 4 is gonna be the winner of the tournament.
My music is a pillar upon which whole worlds have been built.
Which way? Which way?
Green is best.
1 second. Just want to double check one thing. Yeah, that's right. 4 games in this grand finals, and we can only watch 2. That means if there are 4 games, the score ended up on 3-1 in a player's favor. And in the next game we will find out who won it. Simple as that. A squad of warp spiders jumping in here, close to the river point on the Orks side. Very good reaction from Pink with the sCa boys. Once again, he will not lose the squad's early game to warp spiders. Losing a 1-2 sCa boy is not a big deal, they are not so expensive. Losing an entire squad, however, is a problem. I believe a squad of sCa boys in vanilla is about 140 requisition, a bit more expensive, but they're also more powerful in close combat, and you can equip on them big shooters and rockets. Okay, here Pink is gonna lose a squad. He overlooked that and sends his mech on the enemy side. We'll probably kill both Bone Singers. Turric4n will save one. Almost left this squad of Guardians unnoticed also. The Farseer is here to save the day. We'll push that mech back. Warp spiders on the other side being threatened by the LP2. 2 warp spiders will get killed. A 3rd generator already placed by Pink. He will probably camp behind LP2s. Wants to do economy bomb. I like Pink today. Looks like he's trying his best in tournaments. A very solid game so far from him. Two squads of warp spiders from Turric4n and a full HP on the Farseer. The squad of Guardians gets killed, another one alive on the left hand side. Captured a critical location. Time to go get that relic. On the far right, Pink's sCa boys. Idling, he misclicked, he had to capture the location. He's not looking in there. Second generator placed by Turric4n. Well, expecting these 2 games in the end to be quite good at least. Both players very good since they made it to the finals. Good move in here from Turric4n. No chance for the sCa boys to escape. The DPS from the warp spiders under the guidance even is insane for a tier 1 unit. I see now Pink rushing for the mech shop, and Turric4n sees that now. Wants to take down this listening post. Warp spiders have decent damage to buildings, as you can see. They not only deal good damage to infantry, light and medium infantry, but also to buildings. The LPT probably will go down. Well done. Good pressure. Sees that pink takes up, doesn't want to allow him to do it so easily. One LP2 down in exchange for a few warp spiders, or maybe even 0 warp spiders. Lost some HP on that Farseer and that's it. Worth it, definitely. Tier 2 up for Turric4n. He needs webway gates. ASAP. A Psychic Storm was cast in here, or a Mind War. The squad of Gretchens has been killed. Warp Spiders received their haywire grenades, and they can now destroy buildings and vehicles even faster. Looks good for the Eldar. Pink locked on 4 points in the base. He's got the vehicles, however. And now is the time for Pink to attack. Deal some devastating damage to the Eldar, while there are no bright lenses nearby.
6 minutes until taking hold victory.
2 gates up. Okay, good focus on the Storm Boys. Unfortunate for Turric4n, there's a Nob in there, which will take ages to kill, unless the Farseer will cast a Mind War on him. They will hunt the Warp Spiders for ages.
The future seems so clear.
A third webway gate gets built. Turric4n trying to hide them. The Ork doesn't see this one. And I don't get why there are no bright lenses out yet. Are they being produced so slowly? Okay, finally one gets out. Probably 2 more being produced at once now from each webway gate. And a third webway gate has been placed. Needs more anti-vehicle and fast. Okay, 1 war truck down. 86-30 income against 85-30, equal economy. Heavy pressure in the Eldar's base still. Webway support platform, brightness platform goes down. Okay, apparently he has got 4 webway gates, 5 webway gates. Now he definitely will produce this brightness platform fast enough. Just has to keep them far away from that mech.
4 minutes until taking hold victory.
And war tracks won't be a threat. 2 brightness platforms should be taking down the war tracks quickly. Adding the rockets to the war track was a mistake. Brightness platforms are heavy infantry. You need big shooters, much better against them. So far so good for Pink, he's managing quite well to take down those brightnesses quickly. And brings in more and more Storm Boys and war tracks. Runs out of resources now. 3 squads of Storm Boys. Yeah, this one is pretty intense now. Turric4n trying to hold it up, not giving up. Thank you, Ariman. I will definitely keep it up.
The mists of space and time retreat from my mind.
I started the stream quite late today, so I have a bit of a sleepy commentary. Hopefully it's not too bad. A bit more chill today. Pink in the meantime also gets control of the map. He gets a relic and wants also to take 2 critical locations. More and more brightness is getting out of the gates. The big mech alone can't do much in here. I guess he receives a tiny bit of damage from these brightnesses also. Pink decides to go back, retreat and regroup. Insufficient infantry from Turric4n, only Farseer and a squad of warp spiders. He cannot kill the orc infantry with this low amount of units. Needs anti-infantry. More anti-infantry, maybe dark creepers would be nice. Good engagement here, takes down LP2 in seconds with 3 bright lances. We'll also focus the banner and destroy it. I guess they paid off now. And we'll even take down the war track. Badly positioned in the negative cover. Had to bring them here, out of the river, on the land. On the dry surface. The big mech gets killed by the mind war. Pink holds back the attack, however he's getting map control domination. Looks very good for him now.
Victory countdown has begun.
Well, that was not bad, not a bad game at all. Quite a bit of back and forth. Assuming both players are trying their best, none of them floating. Farseer going down, very low on HP, gets killed by the Storm Boys. Warp Spiders at this point pretty much obsolete, cannot do anything against Nob Leaders. They almost deal no damage to them, and the squads of shooter boys with the big shooters are here.
Until take and hold victory.
Very well played, I'd say, by Pink. Nice pressure, good anti-Eldar builds. Storm Boy mass, now combined with big shooters and vehicles earlier in the game. He forced the Eldar to invest a lot in the webway gates to produce these bright lances, and once the Eldar did that, Pink switched to anti-infantry units, shooter boys and slugger boys. Well done. Smart player. Very good economy now in the end. As you probably realized anyway, it's over. And so game 2 is won by Pink. Game 1, no idea who won it. GG gets called. Pink takes game 2. The score is either 2-0 or 2-1. 1-1, I mean. Pink is best, Yoshi, not green. It was pink versus red in this case. Pink army won today. A bit of economy domination in the end by Pink. He had superior map control. Has been pressuring Eldar for the last few minutes. Very well done, I think. And Turric4n has a lot of work to do on his Eldar versus Orks matchup. Didn't look good for him. Although it felt like he tried his best. Okay, time for the last game. I know what you mean, Yoshi. Last game on Meeting of Minds, in the right hand side, Turric4n playing Eldar versus Pink in the left hand side. The left hand side, the pink works, the pink skins. This is how you can call them in this case. Especially today. It's the pink day. Pink dominating in the tournament. Well, he lost at least one game in this best of 5, since this is game 4. It means he does not win 3-0 or maybe not winning at all. Maybe he won only one game, that one on Blood River. We'll find out very soon. Good job in here from Turric4n, no fast warp spiders. He decides to go Farseer first, it's much more safe in my opinion. With the Farseer you go quick towards the Orks base, cast a Psychic Storm, cast a Mind War, and you can for sure kill a squad of Gretchens or a squad of Slugger boys. Turric4n decided to waste his Mind War on the big mech instead. Not much the mech can do in here. Against 2 squads of Guardians and the full HP Farseer, the mech will have to go back. Preferably jump back, but he has wasted the jump already. Yoshi, I'm not sure if I will stream tomorrow. Maybe on Friday. And there's also one a video on Sunday for sure coming out.
Guardian squad ready.
Green is best.
I will try to stream on Friday and Saturday, but I do not promise.
The mists of space and time retreat from my mind.
Pink Orks and red Eldar, I patch him. A jump from the warp spiders in here on the high ground, they couldn't do anything. Wasted 2 jumps for nothing, I believe. Pylo guns placed by Pink. Reminds me the game against Insane was the same positioning of the war banner and Pylo guns. And now Mind War killing the Gretchens. They will run inside that listening post.
Nothing is hidden from my sight.
Yes?
I know that feeling, Yoshi. Especially when you've got a full-time job.
Nothing is hidden from my sight.
More easy.
How can we help?
Bad positioning in here for the mech, surrounded by the bunches. Pink trying to win time, I believe. Now that was a weird teleport. He wanted to get out of those bunches, get away from them. Had to jump in the middle and retreat to base. Now the mech probably will get killed, unless he will get attached to that squad of boys. There's no Mind War in the Farseer, so the mech will live.
Hello? Who's there?
Most of the listening posts upgraded, only 1 point on the relic not upgraded. Good economy management in here from Pink. 122 to 40, a squad of Storm Boys out. From Turric4n, the Warp Spiders probably have been killed. He produces 2 squads of bunches and he is also tier 2. Mind War charges and kills the mech now. Good fight in here for the Eldar. Bunches with the guidance from the Farseer will deal a lot more damage.
We exist to avenge our sisters.
Only a squad of Slugger Boys left at base and a squad of Storm Boys getting a critical location. In case of a threat in here, they can jump back and defend. They won't be able to fight the bunches, however, like that. Pink finishes his mech shop. A few word tracks now would devastate the Eldar. Oh wait, Turric4n actually went for a sneaky fast tier 3. Maybe we'll see fire prisms. I almost missed them.
The future is clouded and uncertain.
Many are called, few survive.
Only 1 LP2 up for the Eldar. Economy is not so bad, however. If he will only produce fire prisms, I guess it will be enough. Now it's gonna just take some time until he gets there. Tier 1, 2 fire prisms. 2 war tracks here from Pink, ready to deal with the bunches. Another Mind War being absorbed by that mech. And I suppose a fire prism is now on the way. The stone probably has been researched already. A bunch of bunches getting killed here by the war tracks. Bad idea to fight when with a bunch is close to the bunch of war tracks. 3 war tracks now and 1 war truck. That's massive firepower anti-infantry from pink. And pink sees the fire prism now. Hello, hello. Nice focus. Good thing that the fire prism can still deal with the war tracks. Deals decent damage to war tracks and other light vehicles. Has very low damage, however, to predators and those heavy armored vehicles like dreadnoughts and relic units, I guess. It's good against light infantry, light vehicles and buildings. Effective against infantry disrupting stuff. Pink doesn't care about that fire prisms, he will just ignore it and take down the Eldar's base, continue to devastate him. Fire prism almost down. Some rockets have been added on the war tracks. Probably won't be enough to take it down. It gets repaired very slowly by 1 bone singer. Well, it will go down, but it probably paid off. Another new fire prism gets out. And most of the war tracks have been wasted. Problem for Turric4n, economy 68 to 40. On Orks 134 to 60. Pink doubling Eldar's economy right now. Can he make it though? He probably can. He's got 2 squads of tank busters in here. A decent specialized anti-vehicle squad. Nicely reinforced already. Can go even in close combat into that fire prism and take it down. Only fire prisms in production for Turric4n. And he won't bother to retreat with a low HP one to save it. The bunches in the Farseer keeping Turric4n alive for now. A fire prism alone would definitely not win the game. Thanks to the Farseer and bunches, they deny the tank busters to deal any damage to this fire prism, keeping it up. What Turric4n could have done even better is jump in here with 2 bone singers and always repair the fire prism. Get bone singers in there for repairs. When you don't have much else left, make sure you don't lose the fire prisms at least. Farseer getting killed under the mech shop. And the pilo guns. Most of the bunch is also dead.
6 minutes until
2 fire prisms left. And that's pretty much it. A new Farseer probably on the way. Again, 3 war tracks from pink and some pink skins, mostly shooter boys, and a squad of tank busters. The disruption is painful. Also, the fire prisms have very low damage to commanders, what I noticed. 2 cages to kill that big mech. And this is still not over. Too late, jumps too late with the bone singers. Oh no, yeah. Too late. Try and save at least this one. A bit slow from Turric4n now in the end, probably overwhelmed and tired. Economy improved a bit, got another Farseer, another squad of Bunches, and the game goes on. It could have been a lot better if Turric4n repaired all the fire prisms. Jump back with them, retreat when they are below half HP and repair. And then go back in with more fire prisms at once. Another items to go in. Yoshi, he has to play aggressively. He wants to win. If he allows the work to just live peacefully in his base on his sky-high economy, he's got no chances. In late game, our work probably will dominate over the Eldar with their squiggoth, so Eldar has to make use of the fire prism timing. It's either now or never. The big mech is dead. Farseer can still fight. Fire prism still coming out of that support portal. And there's seemingly not enough anti-vehicle from pink. Not clear who's really winning in here, but it feels like it gets better for Turric4n, but very slowly. If he starts repairing those fire prisms during the fights, he will be so much better. A new mech is here, but definitely not enough anti-vehicle. Only a squad of shooter boys with a few rockets. All that's left. Are you kidding me? And also the take and hold countdown for Turric4n. I wouldn't have believed Turric4n would win this game until now. Now it's actually 60 to 40 probably for Turric4n. He has very good chances to win now. Even by taking hold, Ork doesn't even have any squad to decap. And his economy also recovered in full almost. Has to build that shrine on the relic. Farseer dealing most of the damage in there. Well, I guess that's it for pink. Only a squad of shooter boys left. This was insane.
1 minute until taking hold victory.
One of the most unpredictable games I've watched probably in vanilla. Wait, is actually pink winning again? 40 seconds to decap.
We are shaped by fate.
Will he decap? This could actually be a win by taking a hold for Turric4n. Nothing for work to decap.
30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
Waiting here is but a
Oh boy. Okay, he will try to do that now with the shooter boys. Nothing in there to stop them. Fire prism devastating the Orks base. This won't be a win by taking a hold, most likely. It will be a win by taking down the Orks base. Most of his buildings in this area have been destroyed. And Pink still without anti-vehicle. Only shooter boys. Can't call them anti-vehicle really, they die too quick. And the accuracy of the rockets is not so good. They are very good against buildings, however. As anti-vehicle you need killer cans, weapon upgrade, and tank busters with grenades, as well as the mix stun and grenade. What an unbelievable outcome. That's it for Pink. His base is getting wrecked by fire prisms. He doesn't know what to do. His pile of guns is down, his economy is down, his mech shop goes down. 3 fire prisms in here, nothing can stop them. That means that the first and the third game were won by Turric4n. And this is gonna be his third victory in the fourth game. Well, I guess it was worth it in the end. I enjoyed this one a lot. This one game was definitely thinking Pink would win these finals, but no. Fire prisms too strong. Orks don't have a proper counter for the fire prisms in tier 2. Even tank busters, 2 squads weren't enough. They get countered by Farseer, Banshees and whatnot. Orks do need tier 3 killer cans to stop this. GG gets called and Turric4n wins the finals. 3-1. Well, this last game was very enjoyable, at least for me to watch, very unpredictable with a lot of back and forth. Both of them playing almost on the edge of their capabilities, probably trying to use the most of their factions. Pink should have went for a faster tier 3 into killer cans instead of massing up so many boys and war tracks. Maybe then he'd have chances to win. Look at that. Some massive lead on economy, but he gets out-tacked. Well, congratulations to Turric4n winning this tournament. Quite a few good and fun games to observe. I hope you guys also enjoyed it. I will end it here. Thank you all for joining me live. Thank you to those who will watch it in the recording. Leave your feedback below the video in the comments. Leave your likes, dislikes. Subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I will see you on my next streams. Bye bye and good night.